Sean, I don't think you can be too disappointed in the performance tonight, but I guess the result is what matters. So, what did it come down to for you?
I think obviously at 2-1 we're trying to go for the game. We lose 3-1. I don't think it's a 3-1 game. We threw everything at it. The players give every effort. I'm proud of their effort. To be fair, and on a different day we probably get the second goal and maybe go on and win. But it's not for us tonight, and it's not through the lack of trying.
There were a couple, glaring chances tonight. Rome scores that a lot of other times, and Ali just misses. Malik's was at 3-1 at the end, but we talked about missing chances. So I guess when it continues to happen, what has to change? I guess.
I don't think you can. You've just got to keep continuing to try and create chances, and hopefully on a different day that the lads have the confidence to score the goal. We won't be knocking the confidence of the players. We won't do anything different. We're doing enough to create the chances. It's just going to have to be down to that individual who's got the technique to put the ball in the back of the net.
Did you kind of feel that maybe luck and we'll call it external factors kind of played a part tonight?
Yeah, I would have thought so. Like I say, I think we've done enough to get something out of the game. We just didn't. And that happens in football. So credit to them. They've come up here and got 3 points. They're a decent team. I think their league position is not where it should be really, with the talent they've got in the squad. But we've got to get ourselves together again and go again for the game at the weekend.
When that is the case, what is sort of your message to the players afterwards?
Got to keep going. It's a long season. Nobody said that the trophy will be given out, at this point. So we've got ourselves in position where we're hanging onto a playoff place, and we've just got to make sure that we pick up some points because we've got a really tough stretch coming up. So we've got to. This is a really important game for us. So we've got to now try and add the points up that we should have taken here.
It sounds silly because I scored 3, I guess, but outside of the first half goal, and I mean the second one's just a really, really good finish. They didn't have too much of a sniff. Did it feel like a good defensive performance to you?
No, not a solid defensive performance. I think we had. If you look at it and you say, well, they've had very few chances and scored 3 goals, and it's not really a good defensive performance. But like I said, on a different night, maybe that one doesn't go in and Roms goes in, and we come away with points. But at this moment in time, all we can do is reflect, look at the video, see if there's any other things that we can do defensively, and take it from there.
I noticed the same thing that you just said about their place in the standings. They have kind of a weird record. They've given you guys trouble the last couple seasons.
13 years.
Yeah. Is there anything? Yeah. What as a coach makes them difficult to prepare for?
They're a good team. They're a good club. They're a team that needs to be managed, and I thought we managed them pretty well. We just needed to get the goals at the right times, and we didn't do that. At half time, I thought, Pat Hogan's usually good in both boxes, and I thought set plays might make a difference. But in the end, they come away, on their end they'll probably think they're deserved winners, and on our end we think we should have got something out of the game, and it's just one of them nights where we didn't cancel each other out. We went for it at the end, and we've come away in a defeat.
What did you see on that play at the end before Malik got carded?
I think it's a penalty. No. I think when somebody tries to drag you down from behind, usually that's resulted anywhere else on the field as a free kick. So if it's in the box, it should be a penalty. But I'd have to look at it again. The referee might have got it right. I've not seen it again. But from my viewpoint here, it looked as though it could have been a penalty. And at that point, 3-2, it makes no difference really. In the games, it would probably be in the last kick. But it makes a little bit of a reward for the players who are constantly going towards the end of the game to try and get something out of it.
Jack came off pretty early tonight. What was your thinking in terms of?
He wasn't playing well, so he needs to change things up. And said to him at half time, try and dominate the ball and get hold of the ball, and it just wasn't working for him.
Cam made his 100th appearance tonight. We don't have too many of those as a club. He's the 5th one into it. So just what does it take from a player, and especially in this league and at this club, to stay here long enough to make 100 appearances and make meaningful ones? Yeah,
really good. Really pleased for him. He's a great professional, great role model to everybody at the club, really, especially the younger players. And I'm really pleased he's got 100. And if if the other players want to look towards trying and get 100 appearances at one club, they should probably follow what Cam does.